Welcome, language learners from all around the globe, to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you're just starting your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with all aspects of English life, read by a native British speaker. Together we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website, onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's also about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love for the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, share your own language journey, and as a reward for being so amazing, you will get exclusive content each month. So whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets of Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Get comfortable and let the learning begin. Today's episode is called Navigating the Airport. Airports are bustling hubs of activity where travellers embark on adventures, reunite with loved ones, or jet off to business meetings. For many, the airport experience can be both exhilarating and daunting, especially for foreign visitors navigating through the intricacies of an airport in an English-speaking country. Today, I'll take you on a journey through the airport, highlighting key steps and vocabulary along the way. Check-in. Your journey typically begins at the check-in counter, where you present your passport to receive your boarding pass. The airline representative will weigh your luggage and put a label on it for your destination. Here are some terms you might encounter. Terminal. The designated area of an airport to departures, arrivals, and other passenger services. Many airports have multiple terminals and can be a fair distance between, with a bus or train transporting you. Ensure you know which terminal your flight is leaving from before travelling. Boarding pass. This is your ticket for the flight, containing essential information such as your name, flight number, seat assignment, and departure gate. Nowadays, personally, I still prefer the paper copy. Baggage allowance. This should be checked before you make your way to the airport. It shows the maximum weight, dimensions, and number of bags permitted for your checked and carry-on luggage. Security. Before proceeding to the departure gates, passengers must pass through security, where their belongings are scanned. Ensure you familiarise yourself with the rules before you travel, so you can be prepared. Make sure your liquids are in the correct size bottles and can fit inside a clear bag to speed up your journey through security. Navigating the terminal. Once you've checked in, you'll make your way through the terminal to find your departure gate. Here are some common areas and terms you might encounter. Departure lounge. This is the area past security where passengers wait for their flights. It's often filled with shops, restaurants, and seating areas. There are also private lounges that may be included with your flight ticket or can be purchased food and drink and more spacious seating than in the standard lounge area. Gate. This is the area with seating found by the plane. Generally, you will be advised which gate to proceed to about an hour before your flight is due to board. Boarding announcement. Pay attention to the overhead announcements or screens displaying boarding information for your flight. Boarding typically begins around 30 to 45 minutes before departure. Look out for delays or gate changes. Boarding the plane. Line staff and proceed at the designated time. You will need your boarding pass and passport here as a final check before boarding. Here are some terms related to boarding. Priority boarding. Some airlines offer priority boarding for certain passengers, such as those in first class or with elite status. Boarding groups. Passengers are often divided into boarding groups based on their seat assignment or loyalty status. The flight attendant or who need extra assistance to board first. Aisle and window seat. The aisle seat is the seat next to the walkway, and the window seat is next to the window. On larger planes, there are also middle seats between these. After landing. As a foreign visitor, you might encounter unfamiliar vocabulary during your airport journey. Here are some common terms to help you navigate entry, where your passport and visa, if it's required, are checked by immigration officers. Customs. The authorities responsible for inspecting baggage and enforcing regulations on items brought into the country. Connecting flight. A flight that requires passengers to change planes at an intermediate airport to reach their final destination. Baggage claim. The area in the arrivals hall where passengers retrieve. Navigating the airport can be overwhelming, especially for first-time travellers or those visiting from abroad. However, with a basic understanding of the key steps and vocabulary, you'll be better equipped to embark on your journey with confidence. So pack your bags, prepare for takeoff, and get ready for an adventure through the friendly skies. As we wrap up another exciting episode of Listen Up, I'm thrilled to offer my dedicated listeners an exclusive opportunity to take their language skills to new heights. Unlock the door to fluency with private lessons with me, tailored just for you. As a token of my appreciation, I'm giving a special 25% off voucher to all my fantastic listeners. Embrace the joy of learning, immerse yourself in a personalized language journey, and watch as your confidence soars. Don't miss out on this limited time offer to make language learning an even more rewarding adventure. Use code PODCAST24 at the checkout and let the linguistic exploration begin. Thank you for joining me on this incredible language learning voyage. Your success is my inspiration.